Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. This is not financial advice. I told you about your oven mitts, baby, because it's about to get hot in the kitchen. I got some bangers for you on this one, and let's get right into it. Make sure you talk to a licensed financial advisor in your area before you invest. Investing carries risk. I'm going to talk about some cryptocurrencies and then some stocks, and then the reason why I'm loading up on them. Family, hit the like button. Let's try to get to at least 1,000 likes on the video. And I want to say salute to you for weathering the storm and for getting ready for the storm that is to come. I'm going to tell you all about it. First banger is like I talked about yesterday, and this one is Ethereum, ticker symbol ETH. You could grab this up on Coinbase. You could grab this up on many different apps like your Robinhoods, your Moomoo's, and so on. I encourage you to invest into the top cryptocurrencies. I can't tell you what to buy, hold, or sell necessarily, but I'll say I encourage you to look into them because they've been helping me to make a lot of money. Ethereum is currently $4,300 right now. However, this one is looking like it's going to be $12,000. It's looking like it's going to be $15,000. Not straight there, but it's looking like it's going to head there. I'm currently looking at the top biggest players in the game who own some Ethereum. The top biggest ones is Bitmine Immersion. They got something called SharpLink Gaming, Coinbase, Bit Digital, ETH Zilla, BTCS Inc., Fundamental Global, and this whole list right here is just big institutions or large investors who are trying to get to at least 1% allocation of Ethereum, and none of them have it yet. So what does that mean? When you look at the whole list of everybody who own Ethereum, nobody yet so far of these institutions owns 1%, but Bitmine Immersion is trying to get there first, and they're going to try to get there and get past that because they believe that this thing is going to pump up like crazy going forward. And you got news networks talking about forget Bitcoin. These 13 big companies are quietly betting on Ethereum in the background. I always tell you, don't get caught up in the news telling you to forget this or forget that. It's not about forgetting this, because that's a broken mentality that makes you think you can't like one because you like the other one. That's that mentality that made you think that you couldn't like LeBron James because you like Michael Jordan, or you couldn't like Jordan because you like Kobe, or you couldn't like Kobe because you like Shaq, or whatever was going on in any area of life that you got to pick one. No, you could like both and you can have both. We're not going to have that scarcity mindset that limits our beliefs. So I'm going to show you some Ethereum that I have in my Ledger account that I took off the internet. I didn't want this one to stay up on there. I wanted to take it off of these apps and put some of it in a hard wallet so I could keep it stored. They say not your keys, not your crypto, meaning if you don't got it on a hard wallet, then sometimes these apps could lock you out. I don't want to scare you, but I want to keep it real. So I do have some on these apps, but then I got some that's in my hard wallet just so I can have it safe. This one has 10.2 Ethereum. I'm up 242% or $31,000 in Ethereum, and I still see it going forward and going more up than it already is. I want to give a shout out to everybody who got into the Dean's list and upgraded to joining the KGU family. The list for the calendar is still packed all the way out. I thank God every day for that. I'm blessed and I'm honored for all of you who attempted to join. You can't join right now, but I want you to stay tuned so when you can join back, or you actually can get in on a team, I'm gonna just let you know, as simple as that. And the links are going to be in the top of the description. But for now, I want you to use the Moomoo app so you can get up on this information that I'm bringing to you right now, have it delivered to your phone immediately. I highly encourage you to go and put $100 on that. Get on my free email list so you can be up to date on everything going on. I'll let you know when the calendar is not booked out anymore so that you could join the KGU team and get my trades and get my buy alerts. Now let's get back to Ethereum. Ethereum, like I said, $4,300. That don't mean you just want to buy it at any price, but something like this, you could actually allocate $10 a day to it. Is there any cryptocurrency? Take the time and write this in the comments for me that you've been buying into and you have more than at least $1,000 of because you've been buying $10 a day, $50 a week, or something like that. Let me know in the comments what those are. I want to give you a level in which I'm looking to continue to maybe buy even a whole another one, and that's going to be about 4,100. For now, I'm okay with buying pieces of it, maybe half, maybe a quarter of it up here where we at. I'm willing to buy a whole full Ethereum at about 4,100 if it comes down to that level. I want to put you up on a stock that we've been absolutely killing it on. If you've been killing this one with me, put A in the chat, the letter A, family, for APLD, Applied Digital. It's $16.34 at the time of this recording, up 15%. But we up way more than 15% because we've been up on it. But this is still a small company. It's still a $4 billion company. I know you're thinking that's a big company, but in the grand scheme of the stock market, where there are trillions of dollar companies, this ain't that big. I've been alerting the family family on this one. Even back in June, when this thing was $9, we was, boom, selling puts on it. We still in one of the puts that we sold, because when you do that, you actually are betting that it's going to go up, not betting that it's going to go down. And I send you those alerts, like I said, when you get into the team, but you got to have to wait for a little bit for the calendar to open back up, because the calendar is booked all the way out, family. We got to get more people on the team so that we could encourage more people and teaching them how to learn so they get the buy alerts. APLD, currently in a position that I have, it's up 32%, steadily buying into it, running it up, making that money on it. I want to give you some information. I look at the chart, because I always tell you, trade with the chart, not with your heart. And about the $9 range was the floor in the last few months. And we got to pick it up around that floor level and then average in. Here's the information that I don't want you to miss out on. One of them is the next low point for this one. If it comes back down to about 11, 12, then that's a point in which a lot of institutions are buying it, where it's more stable, has some stability down there. But for now, we pushing off and we off to the races. I want to give another salute to everybody who's been running these plays with me, because I'm telling you, when you watch the videos, when you take the trades, when you take the discipline, when you get into the live trades with me and you actually trade the way that I trade, family, I'm a profitable trader. It ain't many of us around, and I'm trying to show you the game. So I want to give you a salute and say, wow, I'm proud of you. I just want you to really hear that. Wow, I'm proud of you. This is the information you got to be up on. The best month in the stock market is like the end of the year usually, right? Like your Novembers, your Decembers, sometimes even around April. But the worst month is the one you want to pay attention to, because it's worse depending on how you look at it. The stocks generally fall for the last over 50 years. In September, it generally falls, and this is coming right around the corner. So if you think nobody told you, remember Keenan Grace told you that generally, it ain't a guarantee, but they generally fall. So what I want you to have is your buying power ready. If you're going to go load up in your buying power, write B in the chat, family. Write a B in the chat for buying power, so I know what your next steps are as well. Even if you already commented, because I want you to really commit to these things. I want you to commit to building your wealth. And the videos are for entertainment, educational purposes only, but I want to see that you are actually learning and actually taking the steps. September is generally when the stock market falls down. So since we know that, that could be a bad thing if you don't want to buy. But if you are looking to buy and the market is crashing, boom, you ready to go. It's kind of like with the housing market, where you don't want to buy houses when they're high up in price. You want the market to drop it like it's hot, so then you could jump right in and buy it low. You got to think of the stock market the same way. And if September blesses us again with that bear market territory, then we know November, December, all of that is generally good, so we could buy it in low. So make sure you're doing your research on all of the history and go ahead and verify what I'm saying, that September is generally one of the worst months in the stock market historically. So let's get to another one that I want you to look at. Nvidia, NVDA. It's $182 right now. The company is 4.4 trillion, but this company looks like it's going to go to 5 trillion. It looked like down the line it's going to go to 8 trillion, 10 trillion. No guarantees on the market, but this one, the artificial intelligence race, is only going to get more and more insane. I can tell you this right now. The world is only going to get more high tech. It's not going to get more low tech. If you go 100 years from now, 200 years from now, do you think there's going to be more AI and artificial intelligence or less AI and artificial intelligence? And I ain't saying you got to wait that long, but I'm saying that we always going to be leading towards more autonomy. So since we're doing that, what company is killing it in the game and nobody can even compete? It's Nvidia. So then they are the current leaders. And this is the one that if September take them down, I'm looking to, boom, knock it out the park with this one. I want you to watch it. If you see Nvidia at about 164, I like that price a lot. And when I see a price I like, I strike. And honestly, the 182 I ain't mad at. If I bought it at 182 and I like it up here and it fell to 164, 165, I love it down there. Then I want to get to another banger, which is already coming down in preparation for September for us. And this one is Meta, META. They own your Instagram, your WhatsApps, they own your Facebooks. But this company has fallen down too. And if you go and look at the options chain, you can see that they got prices for 2027 all the way out to about $1,300, right? $1,200. This one is very likely to become a $1,000 stock long term. But if September give us a chance, boom, to get in low, and you've been rolling with us, we've been buying this in the 400s. If you've been with me for a long time, we actually was buying this one at $89. So we almost up basically 10x on this one. So for real, I want to give y'all a salute who've been rocking me for a very long time. Let's keep it going. Where could you potentially look to get in now? In my opinion, I'm not your financial advisor. Can't tell you what to buy, hold, or sell, but I can tell you that I'm looking at it at 745. That's what I like to see, family. Not 7:45 a.m., not 7:45 p.m., $745, family, 745. That's where I like to see this one at. And if I see it and I like it there and it go even lower, I love it there, family. I see you on the next one. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the Moo link. Put $100 on there. I'm highly encouraging you to do this. You can have the best tools in the game and get on that email list. And then as soon as the trades open up for the calendar, so I can let you on the team, boom, then I'll let you know about that. I see you on the next one, and take care.